what you need to do now is find a small straight headed screwdriver. Under the back here, where the back panel is just pop it off, and as you see, is just take your time, don't hurry. We've also got one of these, which is if you've ever tried to put a new screen on a mobile phone, you normally get these in, or a guitar plectrum. Actually, quite a thick one is quite good, and basically you can snip that under and pop it off. Again, go round, just popping them off. If it gets a bit stiff, then go back to your straight headed screwdriver and just pop them off. They are a bit tricky. Some of the things are a bit tight, so you need to be just a little bit careful, but it will come off. You just need to persevere, like I say. Just persevere and it will come off. The little clips that's on them are quite, once you see them, they're absolutely nothing. The clips itself, you would think they would have put a bit of a better design on, or a bit of a stronger design, but they do the job, and that's at the end of the day, that's all they're looking for, is something to do the job, to keep it all together. Like I say, just be patient. And we have got inside the battery compartment, there is two flat head screws, the same as the silver ones at the back. I forgot all about them actually. That's because you hardly ever get a reason to take them out. So, but there's two screws there that need to come out. I've only noticed that because obviously I've turned the computer around. I'm just wondering if did I take the? I didn't take the keyboard screw out. There's actually a screw right in the middle for the keyboard that needs to come out as well. Again, that's a longer screw. And as you can see, it'll come off. The one I'm talking about, remember I said that there was a screw, there was a connection for it, but there was no screw, and it's actually this one here. If you take the heatsink out, you actually get to that screw, but even with it out now, it just slips underneath, and it's not actually, it's more like a plastic plug than a screw. But anyway, that's the bottom cover off. Right, once obviously the bottom cover's off, the next thing to do really, and I suggest this if you're working inside with wiring, is actually just, if you've got a mobile phone, or like if you've got a obviously a camera like I've got, what I suggest you do is actually take a photograph of the bits you're going to work on, because there's nothing worse than you come to put it back and you think, where did that wire go again? So basically just take a couple of pictures of where the wiring goes, and then you can follow it back when you come to put it back on. This was a little tip that I actually picked up while I was fixing radios in the HM Forces. The next thing to take off then is the back plastic bezel for the hinges. There's a couple of ways you can take this off. You can rip it off. No, I'm not being serious. Basically, you just need to get a screwdriver under the back here, and there's some little hinges on, and just pry it up. Again, use the plastic plectrum or bevel or whatever, and again, just run it along slowly but surely, and you'll hear it popping as it unclips all the way along. And there you go. Inside there, if you just tilt it backwards, just tilt the whole thing backwards, it'll actually take the inner ones off the inside here. So there you go. There's the hinge cover off. Set that to one side. Now, the wire I'm actually looking for, obviously, goes through the computer, and I'm going to set this back. As you've noticed, I've put a green cover board up. The cable itself, I'm going to just zoom in a bit here, just so you can see it. Is actually broken, and it's broken on where the hinges have been. So what I'm going to do is take that cable out, obviously, from the speaker, replace it, put some new shrink wire covering over it, and put it back. Right, so what we're going to do now is, obviously, if I could get to the hinges and all the wiring on the back, is actually take the power button cover off. Again, all you need to do is get a little screwdriver, take your time, get it underneath, pop it out. Once it pops out, you'll feel it on the back and the front. There's some little clips, and you'll hear them pop out as you pull it. I mean, you know, it is a certain little bit of force that you need to use, but as you see, once you get so far, it'll just pop. The whole thing will pop out. Some little clips on the front that pop in, and basically it just pops in the connections at the back. So again, once that's out, set it to one side. And basically, this is all just to get to the wiring where it comes into the hinges, because it's a bit tricky. Once you've got in, you can see that the wiring actually goes over the top of the hinges. I'm just gonna loosen the thing here, just so it's a bit more free moving. The wiring actually goes over the top of the hinges, and obviously, as you it actually had a broken cover and a broken hinge on this side. So what was happening is every time it was being used, it was just getting rubbed. So basically, it snapped through wear and tear, basically, and what I'm gonna do is put some heat shrink, like I said before, over that, and we'll get it sorted.